I'm going to talk about the first time I did serious public speaking. It was in 2016 at the Microsoft offices across from the New York Times building in Manhattan. And I was giving a presentation on search engine optimization. At the time, I thought I knew SEO, but now I realize in retrospect, I just didn't know anything like I do now. I thought, I was the best. I thought I was hot, and I just didn't know. And I was giving a presentation on search engine optimization. And I think deep down inside, I knew that I didn't completely know. And so I spent a lot of time preparing. I didn't want to be caught in my own BS. And so I put a lot of work into a slide deck. I was too poor to have PowerPoint at the time, and so I was using Apple's equivalent to PowerPoint, and I put in all these pictures and graphics and so much text, and it was so long, so many slides on this deck. I was giving an hour-long presentation. I could have just riffed on a lot of things like I'm doing now, but I didn't. I put in just so many slides. And then I made this entire script, and then I turned the script into just little notes for myself as prompts, and I rehearsed and I rehearsed and I rehearsed for like a week and a half. I rehearsed because I was giving this presentation to all these people at Microsoft, and I was nervous, for sure. I was nervous. And I show up and I get there, and there's a lot of people, a lot more people than I thought. In fact, I think it was standing room only in the room. And here's how I did after preparing for so long. I killed it. I did really, really well because I prepared so hard. I had so much fun, smiles all around. I was smiling the whole time. And then I did it more and more because I come from the mindset that if you practice a lot, if you do something a lot, you'll get better at it. And I got better at it. And actually, I was in Bulgaria a few months ago, and I was giving a presentation on one of my projects called Commit Club, and I was presenting it to the Sofia, Bulgaria crypto meetup. My friend runs that. I was presenting it to that. In a few weeks, I'll have a call with my friend who runs the New York City WordPress meetup. I've spoken at his event a bunch of times, and I just love to public speak now. I go on a ton of podcasts. I have like a secret for how I go on all of these podcasts. I've been on like 30 podcasts in the last 3 months, something crazy like that. And it's really fun. And so if anyone's curious about public speaking or they think they're not good at it, I would encourage you to try. And as long as you practice a lot beforehand, it's really hard to do totally terrible. And especially when you're able to just kind of riff and treat the whole audience as one person, it's actually great. And the best piece of advice is ask questions as you're going, separate your presentation into a bunch of slides. It makes it easier for people to parse through. And that's kind of it. Ask questions to make sure people are retaining what you're saying. Have a bunch of slides, prepare some bullet points for you to go off of.